Okay, so I saw this tweet. It says, what live recording of a song do you prefer over the studio version? And I got plenty. So first up, I have Make It Happen, Mariah Carey, live at Madison Square Garden. If you're a lamb, you know that this is the definitive version of Make It Happen. You know, the studio version is great. Every once in a while I listen to it, but just the live atmosphere and, you know, that kind of moment there, it just makes the song so much more dynamic and just takes it to a whole nother level. And it's already an excellent song, but I just think the live version is far superior. It really is. Once I heard the live version, I could not go back, and once I found out that the live version was on Spotify, I had to run it up. Top 5 Mariah Carey song of all time for me, and that's period. Another Mariah version that is way better live is Joys of the World. Cannot listen to the studio version anymore. It sounds so flat compared to the live version, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's goated, I'm sorry. Queenie Christmas. Next up, I got some Fleetwood Mac, Silver Springs. So I believe the story is this song was originally on the Rumors album, something like that, and then basically Lindsey Buckingham took it at the last minute because he didn't like how her vocal sounded or something like that. And so, you know, it got released years later and everything, but when I listen back to that version, don't love it. I think the live version here, this was 1997, this live album is goated, by the way. I think it's just so much better because she has a more mature vocal, and especially with the lyrics and everything, I think it just kind of works better. I think her vocal sounds better on the song. And if you listen to the studio version versus the live version, I just like the choices that she makes more with her vocals and her vocal delivery, and she takes her time more with it. So I think overall that this is the definitive version. But yeah, one of the best Fleetwood Mac songs of all time. Stevie Nicks is goated. Next up, The Chicks, Ready to Run. Yeah, this is so much better than the studio. Natalie Maines, her vocals just got better over time, and so yeah, she really ate this up. Kelly Clarkson, Beautiful Disaster. If you're a Kelly Clarkson fan, you know the studio version of the song was awful. I believe it was on her debut. The production was fine. I guess just the vocal, maybe the vocal production. I don't love it. Then when I heard the live version and the way that it's piano, her vocal really stands out more. So I definitely like it more. Is it something I'm going to listen to a lot? No, to be honest with you. If I were to listen to the album, which I did recently listen to in context, and it's great, but way better than the studio. Next up, I got Queen 39. Yeah, so on the album version, Brian May sings it. He wrote the song. That's typically how it went in Queen. All 4 of them wrote songs. John Deacon was the only one who didn't sing the songs that he wrote, but I digress. But live, Freddie sings it, and Freddie was a superior vocalist, so that's why it's better, number 1. And number 2, whenever you listen to the live version, you can hear Roger Taylor in like the middle of the song, that Oz section, if you know what I'm talking about. You can hear him a lot clearer than you can on the studio version, and he sounds wonderful. He really does. It's just the more dynamic performance, the live atmosphere and everything. It was just eating, I'm sorry. Next up, I got John Mayer. Before I get into it, he got a first class ticket on the way to hell. I don't support him as a person, so I'm just gonna get that out of the way because John Mayer lashings are always welcome here. But I like his music. I hold him accountable. So Neon, if you're a John Mayer fan, you know the studio version of Neon was shit. I do not like it at all. It was on his first album and he does the electric guitar instead, and I just prefer this one because I feel like his vocal around the continuum there, that's probably the best that his voice has ever sounded. So I think vocally he just improved. I like that he does it acoustic, and I just think the instrumentation and the way that he plays the guitar live, I think it's just cleaner. I think it sounds better than it does on the version on his first album. So I would definitely say that Neon Live is the definitive version for me. Same thing with Stop This Train. I think that the studio version of it is pretty good, but the live version, I just think vocally he gave a better performance and everything. So Stop This Train live, I would say, is better, and he makes some other really unique vocal choices that I liked as well. Now on to Miley Cyrus, You. Whenever I first heard the song, I was like, this is such a beautiful song and everything. I heard it was going to be on Emma's Summer Vacation, and I was hyped, and then I listened to it and it sounded like garbage. It was not good, guys. It was not good. I think it was a production issue, maybe a vocal production issue as well, but the studio version is awful. It really is. Thank God she released the live version and everything because it's what we needed. It's what we needed, but this is a really good song. Next up, I got Paul McCartney and Wings, You Gave Me the Answer. Yeah, the studio version, it's cute, but here, I don't know, I kind of like how he basically skips the whole intro for the most part and kind of just gets right into the meat and the potatoes of the song. I think he's a pretty good live singer too, so this is a good live record, I would say. About a Girl by Nirvana, another goated live album, by the way, in my opinion. Yeah, I just really like the acoustic approach and everything for the most part. I think it was just better overall. Next up, I got Whitney Houston, Why Does It Hurt So Bad. It's such a good song. It's such a good song, and honestly this song deserved way more in Billboard Hot 100, but I'm not even gonna get into that right now. But yeah, this was an iconic performance, and just the raw emotion that she had singing it live, the conviction, it can't be beat. It can't be beat. So this is by far the superior version. And often live, Whitney Houston was really able to do what she wanted to vocally. In the studio, they basically told her stop putting in so many runs and everything if you want to cross over, and you know, they ain't shit for that. But yeah, live, it's goated. And then last up, I would say Beyonce, All Up in Your Mind. I hate the studio version of the song, never liked it, still don't like it. But whenever I got to go to the Renaissance tour and I heard her perform it live, I was like, okay, she ate. She had all the, you know, stage things set up, all the theatrics and everything, and I just like the energy that she put in the performance whenever she's like, you know that I'm a fucking problem. Just, yeah, it was too good live. It really was. I wish that we got a Renaissance live album, but I guess we're not getting that or the visuals. It is what it is. So yeah, those are live recordings that I prefer to the studio version. Let me know what you guys think of my list down below in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? And what live versions do you prefer over the studio versions? Let's continue that conversation. Hopefully I didn't forget anything too egregious, and so if I did, I'll leave a pinned comment or something like that, but these are just the ones that came off the top of my head.